Katana Zero is about a katana-wielding weeb that's stoned out of his fucking mind. Released by ASCIIsoft and published by good old Devolver in 2019, Katana Zero is an excellent indie 2D pretty game. It is what every reviewer has called the third Hotline Miami type game. Hard, extremely satisfying, and has an incredible soundtrack. Let's start this off with a disclaimer. You should play this fucking game! This game is amazing, and I cannot do it justice with one dumb little video. I suggest you at least play the main story before watching this video, but if you insist, I'll just do a quick summary of what the story is about without ruining the experience of playing for it yourself. Basically, our protagonist Zero is an assassin under the handling of his psychiatrist. Zero possesses precognitive abilities allowing him to see into the future, meaning he's able to try out different scenarios and rewind if things go wrong for him. On top of that, he has hyperfocus, which essentially slows down his perception of time, making it easy to dodge bullets, reflect them back, or jump for a fan in one level and literally nowhere else. Zero is given contracts by his psychiatrist and receives his medicine in return. This medicine, which we later learn is named Chronos, is claimed to help him recover from his time as a soldier, but it's actually the source of Zero's powers. During his usual shenanigans, Zero finds out more about his past as a soldier and the medicine he's been getting, eventually learning that not taking Chronos will make him go into Chronos withdrawal, which means he'll be stuck in a time loop in his own head, reliving the moment of his death forever, car-stalked by police.
Problem, officer.
What's that model?
This is the unbelievable damnation, the suffering caused by.
So now that you've seen the Netflix trailer for this game, you should go play it. Seriously man, it's like 15 bucks, you cheap ass. I don't fucking care, let's just continue. Let's get the obvious out of the way. The combat is incredibly satisfying, and the main reason for that is the one-hit kill and one-hit death. Your strikes feel powerful and meaningful, and your enemies have the same advantage, so you have to time your actions, otherwise you'll look like a clown. Said enemies come in a few varieties. First you have the strong terries, who are just generic punching goons, skinny rickies who can reflect your katana swings, gun guy, other gun guy, gun turret, other gun guy, different gun guy, and also Amazon Prime. It's enough variety to keep the gameplay fun, but not too much to make your head hurt. And when you die to them, you don't just do a funny ragdoll and a sound. No, your guy goes. When you kill someone, they don't just get slashed, they go. In short, it makes you feel like an absolute fucking badass. And why wouldn't it? What's cooler than being able to dodge and reflect bullets and slow down time? Trick question, buddy, nothing! Slap a bomb-ass soundtrack on top of it and you're guaranteed to get everyone to like it. But I have to say, while I do like the mechanics, there is an argument to be made about the game getting stale after a while. It's a simple formula with a skill ceiling that doesn't take that long to reach. To raise that ceiling, you have to introduce a new environment for the player to be in. You could add the pressure of time, you could add some new weapons, you could add achievements that require specific steps to complete. More on these later. What I really want to talk about right now is hard mode. Hard mode can suck my can't be that bad, right? What's new? Fucking lasers everywhere, SWAT dudes coming out of nowhere, machine guns, miniguns, just a whole lot of guns, these assholes that you can't roll through. When I finally finished a normal level for the first time, I felt like my hard work paid off and I thought about how cool I am. When I finished the hard mode level for the first time, I couldn't help but feel that the next one will bend me over and fuck me till I can't walk anymore. These Karate Kid dudes won't allow you to roll through them and they're intentionally placed in the most inconvenient places. Then there's the minigun dude who's always strategically placed at the end of some hallway, making it stupidly hard to get to him sometimes. The normal levels have a learning curve like this. Hard mode levels have a learning curve like this, and also it burned down your house and killed your entire family. While normal levels feel like trial and error until you find the best path to complete the level, hard mode is praying to fucking God, Allah and Buddha at once that you'll hit a frame perfect roll and reflect 10 bullets in the span of a second to get past 1% of the stage. But you gotta respect it. Some games don't even bother with scaling their difficulties in a fun way. The fact that hard mode changes things so much makes it more refreshing and fun, even though I sometimes feel like I'd be better off chugging a liter of pure poison. One more thing that could help with replayability is a level editor and a workshop. Alert, I am going to compare Katana Zero to Hotline Miami, brace yourself. Hotline Miami got a level editor with workshop support a little more over a year after its release, and I can't decide if it's the best or worst thing they could have added. On one hand, you have these beautifully crafted levels, some even having their own stories and characters. On the other hand, you have this. But I definitely take having to dig through the workshop to find a good map than to put pressure on the single developer of this game to make more levels. While Justin Standard is a legend for having a free DLC in the works, you can't expect him to carry an entire game all by himself. Community, that's what keeps the game alive. When people talk about it and share their thoughts even after it's been out for a few years, that's what solidifies your fans and makes the new ones interesting. Throughout the main story, you can find 6 keys that unlock cool new weapons, and boy are they fun. The prism key is fun at the start of the game if you turn left and search this dead guy. It unlocks the prison sword that colors the walls with rainbows and does nothing else. The master key is found in the Murdower Hotel if you throw a projectile at Josh Rose instead of letting him jump off the balcony. It unlocks the Sword of Masters that shoots a laser thingy but has a slightly slower cooldown. This is my favorite non-basic sword because it's just simple. It doesn't rely on an entire gimmick, it just adds a small thing on top of an already proven mechanic, and I like it. The way to get the prototype key is decided by if you refused your medication before the prison level. If you refuse it, you need to kill all the officers. If you took the dose, you need to sneak by them. If the conditions are met, a suitcase with the key will be waiting for you right outside your apartment when you finish the mission, and with it, you can unlock the Claymore prototype. I'ma be real with you, I don't like this sword at all. It slashes through skinny rickies and has a huge range and width, but it's so fucking slow. I could get fucking married, have children, and die in the time of this thing's cooldown. It's ridiculous. In my opinion, it doesn't work with the game's flow at all, and the trade-off isn't worth it. Do I have to say, being able to reflect an entire shotgun blast back at some poor soul almost makes up for its flaws. Almost. The Phoenix key is found in the mansion mission. After you slaughter everyone, look to the top left corner and you'll see a robber rummaging through the suitcase. Now don't barge in just yet, just hold up and let him cook. He'll climb out the window after a while and leave the suitcase with the key behind. The Phoenix Edge is pretty fucking cool. It shoots out a flame with each swing and has a slightly longer reach but has a slower swing speed. The flames linger, so you can swing at a door when you're expecting an enemy to come out and he'll walk into the fire. Also, it ignites oil barrels, but honestly I've only ever done that by accident. To get the Savant key, you'll need to get through the whole bunker mission without waking up Leon. In this room, kill this guy out of the camera's range and then cut the wire. If you did it right, Leon shouldn't be shooting at you with a sniper rifle. In this room, you need to roll dodge past these cameras. The way I always line it up in speedruns is by rolling just as I reach the end of this electricity box thing and then rolling again immediately after that. And then in this room, it's the same thing, just roll by the cameras. Then bust into the room below and loot the table. The Savant knife makes me play like I just installed the game for the first time. It's incredibly fast but has a short reach, which leads to me getting this horrible urge to try and reflect every single bullet fired at me by spamming left click. Suck my fucking dick, I'm a tornado of death! This game feels like it was made for speedrunning. A standalone option in the menu might have hinted at that. To be honest, I never really was into speedrunning all that much, but this game's flow makes you wanna go fast. My best time is just below 20 minutes, which I'm sure you can beat. If you're looking to 100% the game, then you'll know the gold medal achievement requires you to get a, gold medal. So let me give you a few tips. Before you even start a run, you'll have to tweak a few settings. I'll leave a speedrun.com guide telling you exactly what's ideal in the description. It'll help you cut down on time and ultimately make everything easier. Tip number 2. Roll. Rolling all the time is much faster than just running. It might get a bit tricky if you only have roll bound to S plus D or A, because you first need to press down to roll. You'll end up dropping even though you want to roll on the platform. To get around this, you'll need a secondary bind for rolling. I use shift and I got used to it pretty quickly. Tip number 3. Master the early levels. Your final medal is the average of every medal from each individual level, meaning that the final levels count for just as much as the first levels. If you get gold and platinum medals in the easy early levels, your mistakes in harder levels won't punish your run as much. What medal you get in each level entirely depends on your time, with the exception of the platinum medal, which requires that you don't die a single time on top of having the required time for a gold medal. Tip number 4. Restarting doesn't count as a death. Sometimes you should restart to get the enemies in a better position, to suddenly teleport to a checkpoint, or to escape an inevitable death. Tip number 5. Watch a competent speedrun. Preferably a guided speedrun where the speedrunner explains what he's doing. You'll pick up a lot of details and we'll see the exact process of applying the tips I just told you about. Well, that's about as much as I can help, so good luck with your gold medal flex. I think I should end the video now. I've overdosed on Chronos and recording the script took me about 4 minutes and I'm probably gonna die. Thank you for watching, goodbye.